Hello, everybody. I'm going to check, is this going live? I hope that you're having a good weekend. Is this going live? Let's see. Yes. Hello, hello, hello. So I'm coming on quickly just to play. I'm in the middle of doing some work, and then I'm like, I want to bring in some fun again. And then go out and get some sun and exercise. So what I'm doing is I'm going to choose a card deck, this is the one I'm choosing. And out of the card deck, I'm going to pull a card. And in the card, I'm going to have a look and see what the energy is and then bring through the transmission that's for the collective today. Let's see if this works, right? So depending on what gets pulled, this is what the transmission will be, and it'll be for the highest good of all of us. And I am certain that we'll pick something that is what's needed. So it's going to be for all of us here watching or watching in the future. And the intention I'm setting for this is for the highest good, for any healing or clearing that needs and wants to happen, and for any unlocking or coding that wants to come through for the soul blueprint, please, for the highest good. Thank you. We are inviting in the I am, the holy I am of me, and the holy I am of thee, just to get some rhyming in. Bring in your I am now so that you can receive all that it is that you need, right? Get comfortable in your body. Right, I'm doing some stretches there. I can feel like the back of my heart chakra. I'd say I'm going through kind of like another opening or something to receive, because sometimes right at the back I'll get a little like pinch and I'm like, oh, I know there's something there. So if anybody else is having like heart chakra stuff going on, throat chakra stuff going on, there's a lot of clearing happening right now. Yesterday I had a bunch of stuff up from the root and sacral come right out. So like decharging is so important right now. I'm sure nearly everybody is getting something thrown at them from left, right, center, above or below, be it karmic or this life or relationships or just the general malaise that people might be feeling, although things seem to be opening up a little bit. Let's breathe. Hi, Irina. Hello, Kim. I see that Kim, I think you purchased I put up a special offer of 3 spaces, essentially. One of them was a glitch, so I offered another space in case somebody wants that for one of the card readings and your personal light language attunement. And I'm doing a special offer of €55 down from 88. So there's a deal there for just a few spaces for some fun. Okay, here we go. This is the card. What is the card? Top, bottom, middle. Go into the middle. Oh, interesting. This card's popped out a few times in this deck for me. So, Kira Doherty, hello. And Irina, my lovely. Hello, Joe. How are y'all doing? Look at the card that got pulled. No surprise. And I think Joe and Kira, we've probably worked with this before, empowerment in our course, the light language course that you run with me. So this is coming up again. And I wonder playfully, and I'm going to invite all of us watching this because I'm going to bring in the transmission. It's also in the card. As you can see, the light language coding is in the card. So I'm going to hold it up. I'm just seeing so many people right now handing over their power. And what do I mean by that? I mean, through malaise, despair, hopelessness, fear, uncertainty, follow the leader kind of thing. If my neighbor is doing it, I'll do it. Whatever it happens to be, like just generally just a general scope, whatever that is, they're not checking in with their own truth. Just because somebody else may be in that truth, even if it's a partner, husband, brother, sister, mother, father, that's their truth, but is it yours? And when you don't fully check in with your body, your mind, your soul, your heart, your spirit, there's an element of you could go down the little rabbit hole of that's not in alignment with you and your soul path. And there's a little giving over of power. Maybe you're people pleasing. Maybe you're trying not to stand out. Maybe you're wanting to just feel safe, but that's not what's required by your soul. So I'm just seeing that happen, and really, I'm kind of drawing on a bit of a family situation right now when I'm speaking about this. So, and also listening to what we consider authority figures or those that are in power. What do I mean by that? I mean teachers, right? Even folk that could be in the quote unquote spiritual world, right? Like your guru aspect, your healer, your coach. You know, people can give their power that way as well, as in listening to every single thing, but not checking in with their own self. And that's what we're here to do. We're not here to hand everything over. Somebody else is always, they've got it, they're right. They may be for them, but you need to check in with you. And I feel like this is part of that message for me coming through. That's why I'm sharing it this way. And also, when there's a knowing within you, and you might see people, okay, and this is the flip side of that, you might have a knowing in you going, okay, that person I know, I love them, and I want to guide them or steer them a certain way because, or I have a feeling that I need to give this information because, whatever that is, I feel like they're not listening to themselves. They're maybe shut down. Maybe they're disassociated. Maybe they're repressed. Maybe they're numbed out. Maybe they're just under so much stress and pressure. They're in maladaptive stress response, which is fight, flight, awakening, or they'll have a realization, or they'll just have that mind start to think and ask questions to become curious rather than following either narrative, XYZ, whatever they are. Because there's a million narratives right now. But it's to find important right now. So empowerment for me is how it's coming up this week. How is it coming up for you? And I want to ask you that, because if you do your shares here, I'm sure I'll learn something from it, and maybe others will. How is it showing up for you? Being up for a reason. Giving our power over to anything at all. Right? So, do you know, I'm even for me, I was like, oh, I caught myself during the week going, this person's smarter, this person knows better than me, like as in they're more on in their journey. They've, mastered more, I might say. And I was like, okay, I'll do it that way because that way worked for them. And then I had a bit of a kick in the backside. This is around me now at my work, going, that's not the way you're going to be doing it. You need to listen to you. And I was like, oh, okay. You can draw on someone for, like they'll inspire you or whatever, but you might not do anything the way they do it. It's to find your way all the time, your energy, your way, your path. So that's 2 ways this week. That's come up for me. So, I'm getting my throat cleared as I'm speaking with you lovely people. So Kira, you're remembering it. Sani, hello. Hello, Marlene. It's speaking to your soul. Okay, so you're receiving this. And this is a Pleiadian language, okay? And the Pleiades in this card deck, and this card deck is by Jamie Price, is all about expansion of the soul. So we're essentially releasing the chains, the blocks, the cords, the attachments from any ancestral stuff, but also karmic stuff, and from this life as well. I'm getting told specifically somebody's in a workplace right now and your boss is having this effect on you. They want you to comply. I'm getting told that. So I don't know who that is watching this now or in the future. I'm being shown a boss, like it feels like a male boss rather than a female boss, but I'm not sure. And then there's this whole thing around the collective hive mind. This is a workplace. I don't know who's working in a workplace right now, but I'm getting collective hive mind, and it's something's jarring within you. Who's that I'm speaking to? I'm getting told to keep breathing, keep calling in your I am. Who am I speaking to? I don't know who I'm speaking to, okay? Okay, so that's just something. Now, maybe there's somebody watching in the future. I just needed to say that. I was getting told, but say this out loud. Okay. Ken, you've been shedding your old skin and working on standing in your power. The fog is lifting. Mm-hmm. Do you know some of the stuff I've been asking as well during this week? I've made everything a bit of a prayer. I felt like I've been in retreat even though I'm in the same place. I've made everything a prayer And in a sense, it's been a prayer of purification of my thoughts, of my body. I've been doing a water fast as well for a few days, of my emotions, like the purge, of my associations and my ascribed meanings that I'm giving in my relationships. Let's say you could bring out like father, mother, brother, sister, husband, daughter, whatever it happens to be. And what do I make it mean about me? And then I'm going into my programs and I'm just seeing things in a different way when I've kind of put this massive intention behind it, not just once, but I'm repeating it throughout the day. Like I'm mantraing this, right? And it's kind of getting me into a bit of a vulnerable spot then, but also I'm seeing where I thought that was my power, it's something else is coming clear. So I'm wondering, is the collective kind of, as we're purging, but also as we're putting intention behind stepping in for our power, this purification aspect happens more and more as well? And does that need to happen even more? Because we're being bombarded with a lot of collective consciousness right now that's in fear. And how things work in collective consciousness, right? It's a holographic field. It's a holographic field, and it's very easy to be pulled and drawn into that because it'll have its own power, its own spin like a vortex. And what we're here to be is to step outside that matrix and essentially be peace, be the truth, be the consciousness of absolute love. How can you be that if it's the mire? You need to be it and shine it in the truth, in the power that you be. There is no matrix, quote unquote, for that. You're your own field, and others then may come into that. Rather than, because I was like, oh, do I go into that and then be the light, or do I stay here? And so it's like you need to find out what that is for you. So now let's bring in this empowerment. Okay, somebody is just writing there. It's Donna. Was it you I was reading for? Okay, that was being said really loudly to me. It felt like a male, and I felt like I could see there was other people in the room, and they were putting their heads down, and some of them believe it 100%, some of them don't, but they're like following. So feel into what is true for you. I can't say anything. That's the only thing I got, right? So this is maybe the clearing that wants to happen. Put the hand on the heart now. Let's everybody receive the activation, the healing, the clearing, the attunement that needs to come for empowerment. I'm just going to breathe, and as you're breathing, and light language is just a soul language, a language of the heart. There's no trying to understand it in the head. It's through sounds and tones and frequency that it enters in where we need it. It carries codes and symbols. Sometimes I see it like golden symbols as well. Thank you. Set your own intention. Breathe to receive. Breathe into the heart. Soften the belly. Open the sitting space. Soften the back passage all the way to the front. Breathe deeply. Sigh the body out. We have the remover of obstacles coming in on my right. And the remover of obstacles, optical illusion maybe, that's partly what was coming out there. The remover of obstacles can show up as many beings, and I'm just getting shown a line of them. Like there are many. Okay, you have Archangel Michael, you have Ganesh, very strong right now, Majushri, very strong, and many, many others. Getting the word Babaji's coming through as well. Wow, my throat's going. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. I'm getting cleared actually right now before I bring it through. Who's here? We now have the peace bearers, the warriors of peace, and they say warrior with a bit of a wink in their eye because there is no fighting, there is a being. We have the likes of Kuan Yin, very soft. White calf buffalo woman is definitely there. I'm seeing the pipe. Danu, the goddess. Nuienia Mawa Iki Venus Iki Kala Porsham Doma Iki Kala Kalmaro Uto Vashi and the Great Mother. Undanwana the obstacle removers coming in first now. Nanaman utudi elatra asum Niniano many and Manaro and Mini Manaro, the many Vrishtori, Manal, the Geragoriti, the Nato iti. Ropso, so, a sort of Assis, Horus, took us of Assisi. Take a breath in. There was four different transmissions there. Duka Shiva Triya Mana Kutui. Hutu Shiva Akari Ati. Okia Kare Ati. Oye Nyewaye. Oye Aye. Oye Aye. Oye Nyao. Ramana Iki Ashukurai. Big breath in. Let your body soften and breathe in like you're on the Titanic. Right? You're free. I shouldn't say the Titanic, but the image I got was, Jack and God, I can't remember her name, Kate Winslet on the Titanic. That sense of open and expand the heart, the body, the chest, and breathe. There's a lot of tension in the shoulder area I'm getting drawn to. Up at the back of the head, the cerebellum, which is a primordial brain space, which is this survival instinct stuff again. And we can be picking that up in the resonance, the fields of those around us, and then we achieve that because that's what's natural, especially if there's a major amount. So we're going to just on a tune if that's anywhere. If you're having that, bring your hands up and massage. With healing, if any of you are energy healers, with any of you working in coding, with any of you working in light language, or codes of that sort, IET, it doesn't matter really what it is, but you're being the channel. You're being a channel to bring through. It's important that when we're bringing in that energy, we're really grounded presence, because right now it's so fiery or lightning bolt like. If there's any of this here, that's how I can kind of say it, we can get overwhelmed and overloaded after the fact. Rather than in it, you're transmitting, it's like after the fact. It can take the body a bit longer to recover. So you want to always make sure that as the energy comes down and through, it's got the channel down through the spine without obstructions. And it doesn't overwhelm the nervous system. Zru, 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 zim, zavarasi. Waye, wawe, romnasu. Yinyao. Ranzeo. Oinyao. Take a long breath in and exhale everything out. Let it all go. And anywhere there's a holding on, like we fight to hold on because it's a pattern that we know, it's even subconscious, we don't know we're holding on. Oh, that's in the left big time. Shaking that out. And this can be coming up in, but this is my responsibility and my duty and my burden. And therefore, if I am that, I can't really just be me and fully be in my power, because that would mean I'm not looking after them. That would mean I'm abandoning them, or that would mean that they're not going to be able to do it on their own. There's something here with that. That's why I'm saying it. And wherever that's true, if you have a belief like that in any part of your energy field, you're disempowering them and yourself. And that would be particularly if I identify as I'm the strong one and people lean on me. I'm the one that gets everything done. I'm the one that people come to. Yeah, that, notice if that's there. Okay. And you're that way because you're able to hold that space. But notice if anybody is really leaning in and they're not empowering themselves, because there's a little story happens with that. A codependency. And it's not empowering for any party. And we're going to get the Great Mother in now. And this is the Creator Mother. Kalima, Durga, Divine Mother. Where there are cycles. And she said, remember the cycles and everything. This time has been before. And she's meaning now. Like, we've done this before, right? But the end will be different. However, in this time, there is that sense of upheaval, of destroying, of destruction, or even hibernation, where it seems like everything dies off until it comes to spring to rebirth again. And we beings here are like the farmers tending the fields. Knowing when the time is right to plant, to fertilize, to till, so we may then reap the harvest. Raboreala Suroko Amnanotoria Pai Homaye Kaye Ushuai Shiwashima Shukuye Shiwashi Sama Kuye Kia Raga Sonoma Animate Bunai Kiata Bako To Te Masu Romna itebak sakwe, ombara ikeka wasotoye. Mashiba ashawa ashiba akoye, chima nandro eveterea, tukumdna etivra sutupareati. And breathe. And imagine there's a rose, and you're smelling the most luxurious rose with dew on it. It's like so fresh, so fragrant, glorious. Notice how it's just soft and velvety and silky. And let that energy come in around you. And lay it in your heart. Tuma kiatra soye ova ye to sumbanaike. Breathe in and soften the jaw. Bring your hands up. As you breathe out, let everything go. Let the shoulders drop. As you're getting a caress, bring your own hands up to caress, because that great mother energy is definitely there. Duna mai ramdana koi suru ichichiwa chawo chonamati wa ramdana sukori triakata suruko sana saiti atakaye. She's bringing my attention to any feelings that might be coming up recently, or emotions or triggers around we're not feeling heard, we're not feeling understood. when we are in our truth, when we're sharing or being that empowerment, and that can waver us in and out and question. And what she's saying is, certain souls will have a soul path, and it's already been determined. And although it can be painful for those of us aware to notice this, to feel this, to see it, and to witness it, I'm going to invite any trauma around witnessing to be released right here, right now. Can that happen, please? Most certainly. Thank you. And again, we're having Ganesh come in, and the beings on this side. And then the other part of it is, if we're feeling that, there's something within us as well to be seen. A meaning we've given it, an old wound that wants to be seen, so it can be released from us to be more in our truth and our power. We will claim back all parts of us now. I'm going to invite that through. All parts of us now, lost, rejected, given away to somebody, taken away. Yaro, so lost in time or space or any timeline, in any karmic timeline. And anywhere there was vows, oaths, programs are made, we revoke, rescind, delete. That's not the highest good, especially around power and especially around the gifts that we embody, where they were been shut down, and especially around the heart space where it had to be protected, we release. I'm also getting a lot around abundance issues here. Anywhere there's been scarcity, release, revoke, rescind, delete across all the timelines. Into the now. Into the now there is inheritance. Into the now there is abundance. No matter what we are seeing in the Maya, stay in the now, in the presence, in the being. That's where the true power is. In the now, in the being. And that is all we have to say. Thank you. A blessing from Great Mother, a blessing from Great Father, a blessing from the source of the earth itself. May we all become, may we all be in the I am, and may we all become one unity in love, truth, and wisdom. And so it is. Swa suye sive. And imagine the world now, and you're just sending that love out to the world. May we all become the I am, which is our true empowered nature. And then may we all become one in the love. Oh my God. I'm getting electric shocks. Whoa. In the true nature. Thank you. And that is for all beings, just creatures, not just humans, but the creatures and the animals as well. Suma Srorasi. Thank you. Blessed be. Wait. Wow. Shock of electricity came out my finger. What will that look like for you this week? What would it look like for you right now? It's not always comfortable, believe me. This week has not been comfortable. And some radical conversations and truth and forgiveness, compassion. Bring in compassion with this as well. We can often look back on ourselves quite harshly. So bring in compassion. Usaiti. You know this. I'm like literally repeating stuff everybody already knows, right? I'm going to thank the beings that were present. And the obstacle removers are still here. So I want to ask, why are they still here? I'm going to thank the Great Mother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is there anything else that needs and wants to come through? Let me check. Maybe it's in the comments, because there's definitely, I'm very hot. Look, my ear's gone red here. It's very hot here. They're being here. Okay. rules, Donna. I'm reading them down. I have to scroll down because this thing doesn't come up real time. Marlene, your heart is hurting. I know, I have that feeling too. I can feel it. I've been moving through that too, so I get it. That like heart hurt. Have you gone into the heart? And a really nice way to do that is to breathe yourself down. And I wonder, I have a breathe and receive meditation that's you follow along, and just if it's in the heart, stop in the heart and have a look around, ask the questions, and the heart will tell you. Even now, like if you're breathing in, heart, I'm hurting because. So is it a place, a thing, a person, a belief, a feeling? Is it me? Like, feel into what it is. And if it's a load of different things, which one's the loudest right now? I'm getting a lot of different things there. Which one's the loudest? Which one, if you were to breathe in now, a face appears, or a memory, or an image, that's the loudest one. Go to that. Okay, my heart's hurting because when you see that thing, you're like, I feel this about that thing. And what does that mean about me? Like, just feel into it more and more, asking a few questions, being curious, and then bring in your compassion. You'll get an awareness. I'm so sorry I'm feeling this way. And with compassion to yourself, forgive me if I didn't know I was holding on to that pain, or that person or that thing hurt me, and I'm only seeing it now. I'm feeling it deeply. And you breathe, you keep breathing until you feel the release and the let go. And with love, I love you, me, I love you to whatever that is, so that it's harmonized. If it's grief, and there's so much grief right now. Gee, I'd be going through bursts of griefs every now and again, because I've had a lot of knowings come in, and certain people aren't able, family members, they don't get me. They don't get me, and that's been part of what I'm working through. I'm not understood. They don't get me sometimes. Especially when I have a lot of visions or truth come through. And I know I'm being prepared then. I'm not meant, like, if they're not ready to receive that, I've got to just go, okay, this is for me. I'm being prepared for something. And this is a gift for me. And in this gift, I'm grieving around something that hasn't happened yet, but I'm grieving. If it doesn't happen, awesome. But if it does, I'm ready. And that means I'm there to be able to hold that space. And that's that soul's choice. Whatever that is, it's to feel in, yeah. What needs to happen, Donna? That's all I can say out loud. I feel like that could be a journey for you. Like, I'm not getting told anything other than that was what needed to be said. It's quite loud. I'm going to invite in the obstacle removers for you. The team, they're ready, right? If you want to call them in. And if you're holding that tension a lot in the face, the neck, the shoulders, start relaxing the body and releasing the tension, because that's natural. Like, well, I shouldn't say natural, but if that was me too, I get you. You know what I mean? Finding ways to relieve that for yourself so that it's not going to build, and then something, burns out. You want to be soft and supple, and then you get your clarity. Soft, supple, purified. I used the word purification earlier, where we're releasing any meanings, any fears, any attachments, and coming to neutrality. And then you know exactly, okay, my beingness is this, and this what needs to happen. And doors will open then. The universe will listen and respond. This is how it happens. Sometimes there's divine timing with it. But as you tune in more and more, and I know you're highly sensitive, like I totally know you're highly sensitive, you'll have a knowing and an urge and a nudge. All right, and I'm going to send you loads of love and blessings with that. It's not easy. Hello, Christine. Congrats. Your hands are burning, Marlene. Yeah. Good. Glad to hear. You're welcome. I send you all love now. I'm going to pop off again and go back to, I'm going to get out for a walk and then go back to my work. What am I working on? You know yourself now, trying to coursework and draw up stuff and preparing for all the light language courses I've coming up. I'm kind of nearly finished tying up the last bits. And if any of you want to have a one-to-one with me, I'm having a really special offer, just a few spots of €55 for a card reading and a soul attunement via light language. If you go onto my page, you'll find where I put the post. I just put it up a few minutes ago. It could be sold out though, so you need to go and check because they only have certain limited places. I added an extra one or two because one glitched on the Ticketator thing. So if that hasn't been sold already, it might be there. Otherwise, have a beautiful weekend. I really mean that. Call in those teams. I mean, the teams that came through here are year teams too. Because I co-create with everybody that watches and watches in the future. These aren't just my people, like they're yours too. That's why they show up, because it's a collective draw in. So believe me, like by you adding into this, I receive. So thank you for that too. Kia nama ohi wa hasai kia tros mai kia karasum tonumaiti aba sai ho somba ete ho ai. With love and grace, I bid you farewell.